Get ready for The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's dedicated update show. Events, businesses, and people. Anything and anyone causing a ripple in the community. And now, let's dive in to The Splash Live.
Hello and welcome back to The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show. It is your stories from your hometown, from your local community television, radio, and web outlets. I'm Tyler Kieft alongside Dayan Chaaban. You can always join us on Civic Center TV. I'm Comcast, Channel 15, and on AT&T, Channel 99. Find us on the web as well. The best place to find us is in high definition on our website every single day on civiccentertv.com. That's also a great place to find all of our other original programming and municipal meetings and other broadcasts coming up on our daily program schedule that's available just by clicking schedule at the top of the homepage. You can also find us on social media. We're on Facebook on our Facebook page at Civic Center TV 15, as well as on YouTube at Civic Center TV. In addition, as you're driving across town today, you can listen to us all throughout the day on 89.3 Lakes FM or on your phone on lakesfm.com while you're in the office or while you're in that waiting room at the doctor's office or waiting to pick up your kids, always on 89.3 Lakes FM. Diana, a beautiful day again yesterday. A little bit of clouds that came in, but for the most part, really sunny outside. It seems like more of the same throughout the rest of this week.
We got sorry for the technical error. For Wednesday, Tyler, today we are expecting partly cloudy skies with the highs of 66 and lows of 49. But as we go into Thursday and Friday, we're expecting higher and warmer temperatures. For tomorrow, we're going to expect highs of 73 and lows of 54. And for Friday, the warmest of the week, it's going to be 77 highs and lows of 56, Tyler. It's a great way to finish off this work week with a very beautiful sunny skies on both Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, looking like it's going to be another beautiful weekend. The weekend looking very much similar to that. We'll have a weather report on those weekend days coming up over the next couple days of the Splash Live. But for today, feels a little bit more like fall than it does summer. A little preview of what's to come in the next few weeks as the fall season comes in and the summer season goes out. But then a little bit more of a touch of summer without necessarily that high heat and humidity that we typically are seeing around this time in August. So some good news to begin your Wednesday here in Greater West Bloomfield. In addition, making headlines today, the first week of school is underway in the West Bloomfield School District, and there was a celebration earlier this week commemorating the first days of school at Sheiko Elementary. We'll talk about that. The West Bloomfield Police Department elevated officers and sergeants into new roles in the department. We'll give you the information you need to know on that. In addition, they're looking to hire a new officer. You could be the next person to eventually be elevated to sergeant or lieutenant, as they did with many of their department officials yesterday by applying as a new police officer. We'll give you the details on that in just a little bit. Plus, back to school resources from the West Bloomfield Township Public Library, how you can extend your child's learning outside of the classroom. Today, special training underway already at Bloomfield HIlls High School. We'll give you the details on that, why the high school is closed, as well as some nearby roads and other facilities in Bloomfield Hills. You'll want to hear about that, as well as West Bloomfield School District's Family Fun Night, just a little bit over a week away. We'll give you all the details on that fun activity night here in West Bloomfield coming up. Plus, the West Bloomfield Lakers football season continues tomorrow on Thursday. Another Thursday game coming up this week. I'll give you the details on that, and we'll also talk a little bit about this week in Laker football, which returned last night for its live premiere and will continue to be broadcast all throughout the week to give you a preview of this week's big game. In addition, in Sylvan Lake, a local restaurant recognized by a local Facebook page and a travel website in the state of Michigan. We'll give you the details on the grill and why it was recognized as one of the top restaurants in our local area. Plus, 50-plus fun day coming up at Marshbank Park. If you're over 50 years old looking for a fun day, maybe an escape from your day-to-day life as a parent or hard work at the office, really fun event coming up at Marshbank Park. In addition, the state of Michigan's launched a Michigan Reconnect program for free tuition for some education resources for eligible adults. Oakland County area orchards and cider mills are beginning to open for the season. Hey, it feels like fall today. What's more fall than going to your local apple orchard and your cider mill. Plus, Oak Alert is helping to keep you up to date on emergency alerts in our local area. We'll tell you how you can connect with this free resource through Oakland County, so that if we have storm activity like we did last week, you are up to date and aware well before it is going to be impacting our local area here in Oakland County. That's all coming up on today's edition of The Splash Live. Stay tuned. More of your stories from your hometown and from your community television, radio, and other media outlets after this break. This is The Splash Live.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live. Watch West Bloomfield Lakers football all season long on 89.3 Lakes FM and Civic Center TV. Join Tyler Kieft and Matt Catoni each week for live, in-depth, and exclusive coverage before, during, and after the big game. It's your local high school football team on the road and in your backyard on your home for West Bloomfield Laker football and 89.3 Lakes FM.
Pure is what you make of it. It's how the hustle of the cities can change the course of history. It's the beauty of the things we create on a canvas, on a plate, or stretched high above the sidewalk. It's a patch of green or a stretch of blue, right in the heart of downtown. It's the buzz of it all, or if you prefer, it's tuning it all out. Clear your schedule and pursue your Pure in Pure, Michigan.
And now, back to The Splash Live.
Welcome back to The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show. It's your stories from your hometown, all from your community media outlet here, Civic Center TV on Comcast Channel 15, AT&T Channel 99 for you cable subscribers, as well as online on our website at civiccentertv.com, on our Facebook page at Civic Center TV 15, as well as on our YouTube page at Civic Center TV each and every day. This is the place to go for your latest news and information from right here in your hometown in West Bloomfield, in Orchard Lake, in Sylvan Lake, in Keego Harbor, and also some news from a little bit outside and throughout Oakland County. I'm Tyler Kieft alongside Dayan Chaaban. Plenty of news to get to in today's edition of the program. Our top story this morning is the first week of school underway in West Bloomfield, the West Bloomfield School District, now on their third day of the school year, well into the swing of things. And as things got started at Sheiko Elementary School, they kicked off the school year with a celebration, both for the students as well as for the teachers and all together at Sheiko Elementary School. Here's a picture of some of the staff from our friends over at Sheiko with a cookout. They had a staff cookout after school hours one day earlier this week. They also had popsicles with the principal inside the school, an opportunity for people to mix and mingle and have some fun in the gymnasium at Sheiko Elementary School, celebrating the first days of school, welcoming everybody back, helping everybody get to know the familiar faces they're going to be seeing 5 days a week all throughout the year, except for those days, of course, that they have off for holidays or for professional development. They'll be in the school seeing these faces, talking to these people, and hopefully a lot of the smiles like we're seeing all throughout this picture on your screen on civiccentertv.com in the near future at Sheiko Elementary School. And Diane, a great way to get back into the swing of things at Sheiko Elementary School and in the school district. But I have a problem here, Diane, and I have a little bit of beef with this story because they had this whole celebration over at Sheiko Elementary School, popsicles with the principal. They had their fun little staff cookout on site in the back of the school over there. And not once did they say, hey, Civic Center TV, you're right next door. You want to come on over? We get hungry. All right, we're friendly. We're nice people. Where was our invite, Diane? I don't know.
That is true. I mean, Sheiko Elementary, if anyone's listening to us from Sheiko Elementary, invite us next time you do any event. Come on, it's so much fun. Look at this. Everybody's smiling. Even the students are smiling. I don't recall me smiling the first day of school. I always hated them. I mean, that is a great way to transition from summer back to school. I understand how stressful this is for the students and for the educators as well. So starting off the school year with amazing events, it does not only break the barrier between those students and educators and the staff, it also makes it a very happy comeback, Tyler, for real. And I wish they do invite us next time. We do want to go back to fall feeling all happy with all the popsicles and the cookout. Come on.
I mean, come on. We'll bring the cameras. We'll bring the fun. The kids will get to be on television, get to speak their mind a little bit about the first days of school. Where was our invite? Well, all we're asking for is to be invited. Doesn't mean we're going to show up. Hey, look, we're busy. Maybe you don't want us to show up, but it's the invite that counts. Nonetheless, we're happy they're back. We're happy they're happy. Good luck getting an invite to our cookout on our loading dock outside our building in the next few weeks when we definitely do that at Civic Center TV. And in all seriousness, if you have back to school pictures from this week as you're celebrating as well, both your kids in the classroom or staff at our schools all throughout the school district, feel free to send us your back to school pictures this week. That goes for you too over in the Bloomfield HIlls School District as you begin school next week. And now look, you send us a picture, you send us a brief description on our social media. Hey, you might be right here on the show with us next week. There's your invitation, Sheiko, and other schools all throughout our local area as you head back into the classroom this week. Good news next door to us also on the other side at West Bloomfield Town Hall yesterday, the West Bloomfield Police Department elevating many of its officers and sergeants to new rankings. Earlier this week, Eric Grunwald was celebrated for his 28 years of outstanding service to the community as a police lieutenant before he had retired. And Calvin, we have other pictures loaded in for this, or we should, for these officers who were elevated yesterday. That is Eric Grunwald from earlier on this week, but we had officers, 3 in fact, that were elevated. Different officers, sergeants also were elevated either from officer to sergeant or from sergeant to lieutenant yesterday at West Bloomfield Town Hall. A lovely celebration. Police officials were on site. Of course, the chief, Michael Patton, was there alongside Kurt Lawson, the deputy police chief, also on site for this celebration as they elevated 3 officials from either officer to sergeant, and of course replacing their longtime lieutenant in Lieutenant Grunwald with a couple of other officials. We'll get some pictures of those up. We'll talk about this later on in the week. But you can also see the pictures of this celebration on their Facebook page, facebook.com/West Bloomfield PD for more information as we celebrate these officers elevating to new heights in their positions in the West Bloomfield Police Department. New leadership over time here. Now we're seeing them. Thank you, Calvin, for that. 3 officers receiving their elevated rankings yesterday at West Bloomfield Town Hall. Nothing but smiles all throughout the Town Hall boardroom yesterday as Police Chief Patton and Deputy Chief Lawson, as well as other officials from West Bloomfield Township, elevated these individuals into their newly promoted positions in the police department, and congratulations to all of them. You can join the ranks of the West Bloomfield Township Police Department now by applying for their new position. They have they're looking to hire a new police officer. For those that have maybe been pursuing their police training, that job is open to you as well. Opening pay for those that are Academy-sponsored applicants begins at about $51,650. If you have graduated from the academy and you're looking for your first job in law enforcement, that starting pay is about $56,000, just under $57,000. And for you more experienced officers, maybe you're looking for a new landing spot, you're new to the state of Michigan, new to Oakland County, and want to join one of our local police departments, this is a great one to join. Starting pay for experienced officers can be anywhere from between $61,000 and $82,000 and more, dependent on your experience and your other areas of expertise. In addition, not only are you getting a salary for this full-time position, you're getting a pension, you're getting Blue Cross Blue Shield health insurance that includes dental and vision, paid time off, training opportunities to join specialized units within the police department, such as their Detectives Bureau, their K-9 unit, the Joint Terrorism Task Force, and more. And these opportunities are available to you now at wbtownship.org/jobs. You go to that website, you can apply for this position. All necessary documents, including your application, need to be into the police department through wbtownship.org/jobs. pretty soon. You got 2 weeks left to get that in. September 13th is the application deadline in order to put your hat in the ring for this new officer position, as many officers now are continuing to be officers, but some of those officers moving up to sergeant, other sergeants moving up to lieutenant. There are positions available, and they're looking to fill them right here in West Bloomfield, and this is your opportunity to get one of those positions yourself. We'll take a break on the Splash Live. On the other side, back to school resources and back to school safety, both here in West Bloomfield as well as in the Bloomfield HIlls School District. We'll tell you why Bloomfield HIlls High School and all of its facilities today, as well as nearby facilities, are closed in our neighboring Bloomfield Hills and around Bloomfield Township, due to some special training that is ongoing right now after this break. More of your stories from your hometown, from your community media outlet, coming up after this break on the Splash Live.
We'll be right back with the Splash Live.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kids should know. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiver.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts, prepare an emergency kit, and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
And now, back to the Splash Live.
Welcome back to the Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show. It's your stories from your hometown, from your community media, here on Civic Center TV, on 89.3 Lakes FM, as well as on our social media, on our Facebook page at Civic Center TV 15, as well as on YouTube via YouTube Live every day. And immediately afterward, hey, that's the best place I would say to join us every day is on our YouTube page at Civic Center TV, because if you're tuning in to us live and you have to leave to go drop your kids off at school or go to a doctor's appointment, run around, maybe you're heading into the office a little bit later in the morning when you're joining us, or leaving the office in the afternoon and you can't tune in for the full show, the second you leave, you close the tab and you go home, you can pull that back up if you're logged into your Google account, your YouTube account, and pull us right back up from where you left off without any hitch whatsoever. So always encourage you to join us. And of course, you can find us always on Comcast Channel 15, AT&T Channel 99, and live simulcast on 89.3 Lakes FM. And of course, on demand, CivicCenterTV.com. I'm Tyler Kieft, alongside Dayan Chaaban. Plenty more news making headlines today across the Greater West Bloomfield community. We've been talking a lot about kids being back in school in West Bloomfield. They're getting ready to go back to school next door to us in Bloomfield Hills. Many of our local residents also covered by the Bloomfield HIlls School District. And luckily for you, in all four of our main communities here, West Bloomfield, Keego Harbor, Orchard Lake, and Sylvan Lake, they have resources available for you through the West Bloomfield Township Public Library that you can utilize outside of the classroom. Whether you are a student and you want to expand your learning while you're on the web, hey, that's the best way to use the web. Kids, parents, if you want to help your kids do more learning at home, or even teachers, if you want to bolster your lesson plans, these are available through free resources And all you need is a West Bloomfield Township library card. Resources are available online for parents, for students, and for teachers alike, including what you're seeing on the screen, Scholastic Teachables that have access to lesson plans for K-8 learning, as well as other activities and exercises that help to bolster that learning you're getting in the classroom, help you continue to work on those skills. Maybe you're learning different mathematical strategies or English writing strategies, reading comprehension. Those are sort of exercises and activities that are a little bit more fun, a little more engaging for your kids, may help them grasp some of those concepts that they may be struggling with in their classroom. Again, it's all available with your West Bloomfield Township library card. Go to the main branch or even the West Acres branch, and as long as you're a resident and you have proof of residency, you can apply and receive a West Bloomfield Township library card and then access these resources for free online. West Bloomfield Library's website, wblib.org, and just click on their e-library tab. Diane, a great resource available to parents, to students, to teachers in our community, as the learning doesn't just happen from the beginning of the school day to the end of the school day and when kids are doing homework. There are opportunities all throughout the day, all throughout the evenings and the weekends to continue that learning, but also make that learning fun and effective.
That is true, Tyler. It is great that they're making all these resources available, and it's for free. It supplements classroom education, and it keeps the students engaged even after school hours. Plus, for all the students who are facing some hardships in certain areas like math or reading or whatever it is, I think this is a fun and more engaging way to keep those students in the loop, to enhance their performance in whatever subject they are facing hardships in. So I think this is a great way. These are great resources, and they are available for everybody, who attends West Bloomfield. Of course, WBLIB.org. Tyler, you said it before, and I'm just reconfirming. So it's WBLIB. A lot of amazing, fun resources for both our students and parents, and as well as our students.
Yeah, it's not just these resources that are available through the library for extra learning opportunities. They also have events for kids and even for adults, learning opportunities for all ages all throughout the year, and that's listed on their events calendar too, in addition to these e-resources that are available through their e-library on WBLib.org. Plenty of learning to be done on the internet, so much information. Kids are using it for the school day every day. They're doing research on the internet like some of us used to do in the libraries or on the internet ourselves. And a lot of information is out there and available to them to expand their learning. But in some cases, they have the ability to expand their learning in ways that is probably not appropriate for their age. And that's where the Michigan Secretary of State's office comes in with a free resource. And we've talked about this before. It's called Protect My Child, protectmichild.com. And this is a great registry that you can put your child's phone number, their cell phone number, their email address, their social media handles on all these different outlets, all these different places that information is available to them on the internet, but also they are available to other people for communication and entities for information on the internet. You can help protect your child by blocking adult-themed content from reaching their electronic devices by going to protectmichild.com, protectmichild.com, and registering their cell phone number, their email address, and their social media usernames. This helps you to communicate with these different outlets and informs them that these accounts, these phone numbers, these emails, these social media accounts are operated by children, whether or not they've gone through the pass-throughs that people use all the time on social media saying, yes, I'm over the age of majority, or I'm at the age of majority, so now I can see all this different stuff and not be blocked from it by the age restrictions that are already in place. These help you confirm, no, in fact, my kid is under that legal age, under that age of majority, and I don't want them seeing these things on their accounts. The Michigan Secretary of State's office, in partnership with these different media entities, are helping to protect your child. Also on protectmichild.com, even if you don't want to register your children's accounts for these protections through the Michigan Secretary of State, there are resources there also that will help you with better insight into what you can do day in and day out to help your child be a more literate media consumer and also do so safely. Protectmichild.com is the website. for this resource through the Michigan Secretary of State's office. Down the road from us in Bloomfield Hills, the Bloomfield HIlls School District partnering with the Bloomfield Township Police Department, as well as their fire and EMS departments as well. Alongside about 500 school staff today, right now, going on as we speak at Bloomfield HIlls High School. This training began at 7 o'clock this morning, and the training proper is running until a little bit after 12 noon today. But facilities at Bloomfield HIlls High School, as well as some select city facilities and roads nearby Bloomfield HIlls High School, will be closed today or will have their hours affected by the training going on at Bloomfield HIlls High School. According to the Oakland Press, this is a training session that's focused on, quote unquote, critical incident preparedness. Over 100 police and fire officials from Bloomfield Hills, as well as about 500 school employees, are on site at Bloomfield Hills for this training that will be taking place, both indoors and outdoors throughout the day. That means the entire facility, all indoor facilities, as well as the athletic fields and the parking lots at Bloomfield HIlls High School, those are closed today until 4 p.m. to make room for this critical training said by the Bloomfield HIlls Police Department to be the gold standard for preparedness and for encouraging safety in our communities. Training, so important for that, both for the staff at these schools, so they're prepared for a number of different emergencies that can arise and may arise either this year, next year, 5-10 years down the road. Best to be prepared for them. And it also helps our local police and fire departments run through different scenarios that they are trained for, but maybe don't have real world action combating by doing these trainings, doing these walkthroughs. And so closures are expected today in the area of Bloomfield HIlls High School. If you want to avoid that area and avoid some of the traffic associated with it, this is a day to avoid that by simply avoiding Long Lake Road or avoiding coming off of Telegraph along the way of Long Lake Road or Andover Road. Of course, as we said, 7 o'clock until noon is the training at Bloomfield HIlls High School, but all facilities there closed until 4 o'clock today. The same goes for Andover Road, as well as Exeter Road between Andover and Dublin. That is kind of in between Bloomfield HIlls High School and Telegraph Road as you're exiting the Bloomfield Hills area and going toward Telegraph. Additional closures that will be happening today. Bloomfield Town Hall will be closed until 12:30 p.m. and the Senior Center, which is nearby, that will be closed, the Bloomfield Senior Center, until 4:30 today. Really important training going on there, so they're going to close those roads so they can bring vehicles in from the police and the fire department, as would be done so in any real-world scenario for these simulations, so that they have plenty of parking and the facilities readily available only to those involved in the training. That's school staff, police, fire, EMS, and other city officials from both in Bloomfield Hills or other neighboring communities that may be participating in today's training session. And Diane, as we said, these are really important training sessions to have for all of our school districts. We've seen these happen here in West Bloomfield or be hosted by West Bloomfield in the past at the former Corners facility, which is soon to be a new community center through the Chaldean Cultural Foundation. And now Bloomfield Hills doing this as well, and their police department saying this training has taken over a year to put together and to plan for a big day today. That's really important for people all across that community.
That is true, Tyler. This is a very crucial training, especially with the events that happened in the past few years with the random shootings. Unfortunately, we cannot predict when these happen, so it's better to be prepared. It's a great way also for our police department to know their way around the schools. It will help them better in case, God forbid, something ever happens in the schools. Again, it's super essential that we do these safety plannings. I know it's kind of annoying for anybody who wants to pass by these roads, but these are places where our educators and our children spend half of their day. So doing this is absolutely essential to keep them safe and keep those parents at ease of mind to bring those students back to school, because we know that even parents were kind of contemplating homeschooling, especially after the events that happened in the past few years. So this is, again, very crucial training. We are very thankful and grateful for the police department for the programs they have designed over a year. I know they've been working so hard for it. So we are, again, very grateful, and it's an essential training for them.
Yeah, not just training for scenarios that could be undergone at the school, but also other emergency scenarios that may involve the school as a central office, so to speak, or a central location for emergency operations of the township or of nearby towns and police, fire, EMS, and other public safety entities that may be necessary, practicing for a number of different scenarios, whether it is a school shooting or a dangerous person in the area, hazardous materials, fire, tornadoes, all that. Gone are the days where we simply do tornado drills and fire drills in our schools, or tornado and fire drills in partnership between our schools and our local public safety. Now so much more to be trained on. And we know through years of these being done and through years of seeing real world incidents happen both here in Michigan and in other places throughout the U.S. and around the world, having that training, going through these reps before, having that, so to speak, muscle memory of what to do when A, B, C, or D happens, really important both for our public safety officials and others in our community, in the civilian community as well. We'll take a break on the Splash Live. On the other side, we'll come back into our town here in West Bloomfield, and we'll give you a preview of a really fun event happening next week, Friday, at West Bloomfield High School, just before their home opener of their football team against Rochester Hills Stony Creek. Julie Beaty from the West Bloomfield School District will join us after the break to discuss the West Bloomfield School District Family Fun Night, plus more news and information from throughout your hometown. It is your home for your stories from your community media. The Splash Live returns after this.
We'll be right back with the Splash Live.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
And now, back to the Splash Live.
Welcome back to the Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show. I'm Tyler Kieft, alongside Dayan Chaaban. One of the favorite fall events and get-togethers in the West Bloomfield community and the Greater West Bloomfield area is Family Fun Night, happening for the 12th annual time this fall as West Bloomfield kicks off their home football season against the Rochester Hills Stony Creek Cougars in week 3 of their season, just a few weeks away. Joining us now to talk about Family Fun Night is Julie Beaty, the secretary of the West Bloomfield School District Board of Education. Julie, thank you for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Yeah, glad to have you on to talk about this. It's a fan favorite event. Lots of people come out every single year, not just for the football game. Many come out just to attend Family Fun Night itself and maybe see a little bit of the game. But really, it's a great time to get together as a community, have some fun, and learn a lot about the community as well. So for those that maybe are new to the Greater West Bloomfield area or haven't attended Family Fun Night before, what is this event? What is Family Fun Night?
So Family Fun Night is a way for us to celebrate the greater West Bloomfield community, which includes West Bloomfield, Orchard Lake, Keego Harbor, and even parts of Sylvan. So we really want to be able to have an opportunity for the entire school district and the entire greater community and the businesses and the different municipalities to come out and really celebrate being together as a community. And that was the initial purpose of Family Fun Night, was to pretty much create this, Friday night lights anchored around a football game where we all could get together before the game and just celebrate community, and also at the same time recognizing the men and women of service. So we recognize them during this event as well.
And it's an interesting concept too, because it's happening at the high school. It's happening on a football night, so you know you're going to get a lot of people out there and a lot of eyes on these different community organizations, and of course our local heroes in the police and fire departments, as well as in the U.S. military and other organizations too. So why tie this in to that sort of an event like a football game, and what is important about having this early in the school year where kids are excited? It's, in this case, it's the first home football game of the season, something that's going to be a rarity in this particular fall. What about this event is important to not only show the kids, but show the community about what it means to be together?
Yeah, that's a great question. The purpose is to really bring them into the school district. We only have one high school. So it even makes it easier to celebrate the high school, the students. It's coming back together in the fall. It's celebrating that, kind of creating and celebrating that smaller town feel, even though we're larger. And really utilizing the fact, as I just said, that we only have one high school. And all roads, all of our schools lead to that building. And we really like having that opportunity, as I said, to celebrate the community, but also the children in the community. And recognizing they're going back to school, it gives them something to look forward to. There's so many different activities for the children to enjoy, as well as the adults. So it's really just a celebration of our students in the greater, as I said, the greater community. It brings in opportunities for local businesses, as well as other organizations that support our community, and really gives them an opportunity to do a little one-on-one with the residents as well.
And what's really cool about this is it is bringing all these different businesses and organizations and then institutions like police, fire, EMS, and the military into one consolidated area in the parking lot at West Bloomfield High School on one specific day. But it's also giving the kids a vision of what it means to be a strong community and a community that's very tight-knit and supportive of one another. And that has to be able to pay some dividends in the classroom and in those classroom environments to see this is what it means to be a community that's together. Now it's your turn to kind of take that lesson you're seeing on this night and bring it into the classroom.
Absolutely. And it really shows the students that they have a destination and that it's a friendly destination. A lot of times the younger kids and the parents of younger kids are a little hesitant about a high school because they're all the big kids. And a lot of our high school students actually volunteered during this program, and they get to interact with the younger children in our community. And it really shows that this is a place that you want to be, that this is a destination that you're going to want your children to go to, and that they are all Lakers. This entire school district, all of our students are Lakers, and we are West Bloomfield strong, Lakers strong.
We're joined by Julie Beaty, the Secretary of the West Bloomfield School District Board of Education. Family Fun Night is coming up in just a few weeks, Friday, September 8th, from 5 o'clock until 7 o'clock. That 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock is when all the fun and games are happening. And the big game is happening at 7 o'clock on the gridiron. West Bloomfield High School taking on Rochester Hills Stony Creek in their home opener and their OAA Red Division opener as well. You can view that game on Civic Center TV and listen on 89.3 Lakes FM. And Julie, we talked about all the community elements of this event, and that's great, but it's Family Fun Night. Tell us about the fun.
Oh, there's a ton of fun. And that's, I actually worked with our previous principal to create this event 12 years ago. So I'm one of the founders of Family Fun Night. And one of the things that we really wanted to have was different activities for the younger kids, but as well as like the middle age or the middle school kids who are a little bit harder to entertain. So there's a ton of fun. Each organization that participates brings some type of activity. So for those smaller kids, there's bounce houses, there's face painting, there's, temporary tattoos. For the older kids, we do have the photo booth you can participate in. Sometimes we have a climbing wall. The Army comes, the Navy comes, the Air Force, the Marines, they all bring different activities for the students to engage in. The Marines might bring like a pull-up bar. We've had a video semi-truck brought in so that you could go in and play video games within the semi-truck. So there's a lot of different activities for all different ages. We've had the bubble soccer game going on before in the baseball diamond. We've had the police department there. They play softball before the football game. We've had that activity. So there's so much dunk tanks that the students can dunk their teachers and principals in. Everybody loves that. Mr. Scrivo always has a very long line of students ready to dunk him in the dunk tank. So there's a lot of interaction, not just within the high school, but all of the different schools, teachers and principals participate as well. So there's a lot of fun activities for all of the students, no matter what age you are. 95.5 comes out every year. They broadcast out of the parking lot and play music for us and sometimes do giveaways. So there's a lot of different activities.
More information on Family Fun Night can be found as well on WBSD.org or on their Facebook page, facebook.com/West Bloomfield Schools. Joining us is Julie Beaty, the Secretary of the West Bloomfield School District Board of Education, and also one of the founders of West Bloomfield Family Fun Night, happening Friday, September 8th, beginning at 5 o'clock, leading right up to the West Bloomfield football game against Stony Creek. And most weeks when you have a home football game, you got to pay for your tickets. This year, all that's being done virtually and has to be done in advance, Julie. But this is a special day and a special situation where fans can get into the game for free. Tell us how they can do that.
Yes, absolutely. So wear your spirit wear. Any student wearing spirit wear can get into the football game for free. And just in case, because this is an earlier start, earlier game in the season, and you don't have spirit wear if you're new to your school, the schools will be selling spirit wear at the event itself. So if you don't have spirit wear, don't worry. You'll be able to get some there and wear that and get into the game for free. It's all about supporting.
And so, Julie, and you had mentioned that this is happening earlier than usual. Usually, it's about mid to late September that Family Fun Night is happening. It's really in the middle of the early portion of the football season, happening a little bit earlier this year. I know the answer. I know why. But for those that may be wondering why it's happening really on the second week of the school year, tell us why it's on September 8th this year.
Yeah, we have very few home games this year. Evidently, we have a really good football team, and it's challenging to get other teams to want to play us. So we only have 3 home games this year. So it's a little earlier, but we also have to take into consideration the weather. So we chose to do it the earlier of the home games that we have. So enjoy. Please come out to watch because we only have very few home games this year. So please join us to this one.
Yeah, great opportunity to get in and see a good game against Stony Creek, a rising team in the OAA Red Division. Take on the West Bloomfield Lakers, who at that point in their season, you'll know what their team is all about, having kicked off their season at the Zenith Prep Kickoff Classic in Detroit at Tom Adams Field on the campus of Wayne State University, and then gone on the road again against Birmingham Groves. Now will be coming home for one of their 3 home games this season, because a lot of their opponents had previously been home games the last time we had seen them. So a shorter home season for the Lakers this season, but kicks off with a lot of fun on Friday, September 8th, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at West Bloomfield High School. Free fun activities, including a dunk tank, touch a truck, fun games, and an opportunity to meet a lot of community organizations and businesses making an impact day in and day out right here in our 4 communities. Julie, before we let you go, we've talked a little bit about this previously, about what this event brings to the community, why it's important to have something like this happen year after year, and why it's continued on now for coming up on its 12th year, the 12th annual event this year. But in terms of what you hope parents, kids, and others who attend take away. What do you hope is the overall message or the lesson that maybe they can take from seeing something like this, from experiencing something like Family Fun Night?
Yeah, there's a couple different factors that I would like people to take away. One, it's the sense of community. And one of the goals of this is to take this community that is spread out to have a better sense of that one school, one school district, and that we are together and that we are in this community together. And it's showing also students to give back, that you don't just live in a community, that you should be part of your community. And also it's recognizing the men and women of service. It gives the students an opportunity in the greater community to talk one-on-one with the fire department, with the police department, to interact with the different arms of military, to be able to offer our thanks for the sacrifices that our men and women do for us every day to keep us safe. There will be a piece of the Twin Towers that the fire department will bring. So it's really an opportunity to come out, have some fun, get together before the school year starts, enjoy some really nice Friday Night Lights type of activity, that community event, and at the same time, being able to recognize the men and women who serve us every day.
Again, more information on Family Fun Night can be found on WBSD.org or keep up to date with them on their Facebook page, facebook.com/West Bloomfield Schools. Julie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.
Thanks to you as well. The 12th annual Family Fun Night happening Friday, September 8th at West Bloomfield High School. It all kicks off at 5 o'clock. Free fun activities, touch a truck, bounce houses, a dunk tank, games, and more, as well as a way to interact with many of our community nonprofit organizations and local businesses, making an impact every single day. Then a big football game happening, 7 o'clock, the home opener against Stony Creek, which will also be live on Civic Center TV and on 89.3 Lakes FM. We'll take a break on The Splash Live. Plenty of more news and information coming up. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more on The Splash Live.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live. Watch West Bloomfield Lakers football all season long on 89.3 Lakes FM and Civic Center TV. Join Tyler Kieft and Matt Catoni each week for live, in-depth, and exclusive coverage before, during, and after the big game. It's your local high school football team on the road and in your backyard on your home for West Bloomfield Laker football, Civic Center TV, and 89.3 Lakes FM.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now, back to The Splash Live.
Welcome back to The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's live daily news and talk show. It's your stories from your hometown with your community media outlet here on Civic Center TV, as well as on 89.3 Lakes FM, on our website on civiccentertv.com, and also online on our Facebook page, as well as on the YouTube page at Civic Center TV. You can always find more information on us on civiccentertv.com. Find us on demand every single day and watch us whenever it is most convenient to you. Your stories, your hometown, right here from your community media outlet. I'm Tyler Kieft alongside Dayan Chaaban, also making news in our local area. Mark your calendars going forward at gwbhs.org. Plenty of fun happening at the Orchard Lake Museum through the Greater West Bloomfield Historical Society. And they have open houses all throughout the year, week in and week out, several each and every month, including artifacts of local history on display at the Orchard Lake Museum. You can see on the right side of this of this visual on your screen on CivicCenterTV.com. This is a special display of a dugout canoe that's on loan from the Cranbrook Institute of Science. This was found in Oxford on Cedar Lake, and after some carbon dating was done to figure out when this canoe may have been made, it was carbon dated and estimated to be produced in 1684 here in Oakland County. These are the type of boats and vessels that were used to help Native people navigate across our local lakelands and especially here in the greater West Bloomfield community, navigate from land, whereas right now Long Lake Road or along Pontiac Trail and those homes along that way off to Apple Island in West Bloomfield, as well as other locations. You can learn a lot about our local history through our partnered programming with the Greater West Bloomfield Historical Society on CivicCenterTV.com. And of course, I'm event coming up in just a couple of weeks, Thursday, September 14th, from 1:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. at the Orchard Lake Museum. They're going to be having an open house where you can take a look around, look at these different artifacts of our local history, and do so with a Greater West Bloomfield Historical Society docent who is familiar with these different materials. The Orchard Lake Museum will have a guided small group tour, $5 is the cost to get in, a donation provided to the Greater West Bloomfield Historical Society to continue their mission and preserving our local history. In addition, if you can't make it out there on your own, or maybe there's not a lot of parking available, you got to park somewhere else, our friends at WEst Bloomfield Parks will be providing a community transit bus pickup and return for riders that want to go to this event. 248-706-2411. It's also on your screen on the left side, and you can find more information on gwbhs.org. Diane, a really cool place to go to take a look into our local history. And people may not think that there's a lot of history here in Oakland County or even in our local communities, but a really extensive history that has plenty of connections to what we're doing today and what we're learning today.
That is true, Tyler. It's an incredible experience to learn about all the people and all their experiences from the past. It is essential to know about our history because we truly want to know, how did this incredible community come here? How did we get here? So this is truly fascinating. And I don't know about other people, Tyler, but every time I go through these guided history tours, it just fascinates me. It truly enlightens and triggers my imagination. Like, how did these people live here? How were the lakes used before this? Like, I know now we use them for recreational purposes, but did these people use it for food, for their day-to-day activities? It's just a fascinating way to look into our past, into our ancestors, and not just our ancestors, probably just our grandparents, how they lived here and how did they create this amazing community. So it's truly a fascinating experience.
It really is, and having worked with the Historical Society on these partner programs, for example, Perspectives on traditions of traditional Native American life on Apple Island with Miquanda and Jewel, who's a part of the Greater West Bloomfield Historical Society, getting that sort of a look into not only the history of the Native American population in our local area and their relationship with Apple Island, but how they went to Apple Island, why they went to Apple Island, what they did there. And you can learn a lot of those stories by attending these open houses and going through these different artifacts. There's also stuff from throughout the Tri-Cities. The old sign from the Keego Harbor Theater is also on display at the Orchard Lake Museum. So more information, gwbhs.org, and the Orchard Lake Museum is at the corner of Orchard Lake Road and Long Lake Road in West Bloomfield, right across the street from Orchard Lake and from Apple Island. Tune in later on this week. West Bloomfield Laker football is back live on Civic Center TV and on 89.3 Lakes FM. Our first live broadcast of the year is another Thursday game for the Lakers this week, 7 o'clock kickoff against Birmingham Groves. Our coverage will begin at 6 o'clock with This Week in Laker Football, which you can watch right now on CivicCenterTV.com. I had, of course, head coach Zach Hilbers on the show today as well this week, as well as defensive coordinator Kevin Jakeway and quarterback Rick Nance, who had a huge game last week on the road in Detroit at at the Zenith Prep Kickoff Classic against Clinton Township, Chippewa Valley. You can watch that show on our website or at 6 o'clock on game day. The Laker pregame show at 6:30 with Matt Catoni and I will preview the matchup between the Lakers and the Falcons, both teams coming in 1-0. And of course, kickoff at 7 o'clock. Full extensive coverage throughout the game. We'll have the call. I'll call the game with Matt Catoni on color commentary. We'll have our Laker post-game show afterwards, and it's all available right here. Same outlets as you're watching us today. Civic Center TV, Comcast Channel 15, AT&T Channel 99, on our website on civiccentertv.com, on the Facebook page of the West Bloomfield School District, and our Facebook page at Civic Center TV 15. You'll also be able to find us on YouTube via YouTube Live. CivicCenterTV.com for more information and to follow the West Bloomfield Lakers all throughout the season with our live coverage and our coverage all throughout the week. Continuing on, a Sylvan Lake restaurant was recognized this week by a local Facebook page and a business and travel website. In fact, MetroAlive has recognized the grill in Sylvan Lake for its exceptional service and food, writing on its Facebook page about the restaurant, quote, "Step into a realm of culinary delight at the grill, where the day's journey from breakfast to lunch and dinner unfolds in a friendly atmosphere. Feel the embrace of warm hospitality as you enter a newly renovated interior, artfully crafted to elevate your dining experience. From sunrise to sunset, savor mouth-watering meals that will ignite your taste buds and leave you longing for more. Discover the grill today and experience the essence of exceptional dining." This is a Facebook page with just about 9,500 followers, almost 10,000 followers, recognizing this restaurant in Sylvan Lake, The Grill. You can find that on Orchard Lake Road, just after the bend as you pass Middle Belt Road, right down the street from the gas station, just before you get to Telegraph Road and head into Pontiac. A great place to go. I've been there numerous times. And congratulations to them, of course, for being recognized by MetroAlive. Really fun event coming up at Marshbank Park for those of you 50 years of age and older. On September 7th from noon to 1:30 p.m., it is food market, and there's a shuttle from the parking areas to the concert hill. Cost again, $5 for residents, $7 for non-residents. You do have to register through West Bloomfield Parks on wbparks.org, but a really fun opportunity for you to get out there for those 50 and above. Leave the kids at home. This is your play day. You're going to want to mark your calendars for that. Diane, as we talk so much this week about education for those that are adults and looking to further their education, or maybe pick up where they left off, some opportunities through the state of Michigan for them to gain some scholarship opportunities and free tuition for certain educational programs. Tell us about that.
Tyler, in an attempt to bolster or create more opportunities for our adult community and prepare them for in-demand jobs, Michigan launched the Michigan Reconnect program, which provides eligible adults of age 25 and older the chance to gain a free tuition in their in-community colleges. So for anybody who is eligible, 25 or older, and they have a high school degree, they can check www.michiganworks or connect with their Oakland County Michigan Works office right away to check their eligibility and to look into this great opportunity. So again, it's a great opportunity for people who are age 25 and older. It resonates with Oakland County's 80 program, which aims to sorry, I don't know why I blanked out there, but the program aims or has a goal of having 80% of its adults in Oakland County obtain a post-secondary degree and prepare them for in-demand jobs, which is great for the job market in our area as well as those adults. It gives them more opportunities. So this is, again, a great opportunity. If you're interested, connect with your Oakland County Michigan Works office or visit oakgov.com. We will be posting the link in our social media for anybody interested. Follow us at Civic Center TV 15 on Facebook and at Civic Center TV on Instagram. We will be posting that link for anybody who is interested. And other happy news, Tyler, fall is coming. So what better way to start the fall with Michigan's orchards, apples, and amazing cider mills. So they opened recently, and There's a lot of open orchards and cider mills. You can check them out on michiganapples.org. michiganapples.org. So this is a great opportunity for people to enjoy their time. This is not only, there's also a lot of activities. There's some petting zoos for the kids and an array of activities also for all the family members to enjoy Tyler. This is a great way to start this autumn or fall season. And I know it's kind of depressing for some people to go back into the cold, but I do really look forward to indulge myself in this amazing cider and the warm donuts, Tyler. It can't get any better than that, right?
Sorry about that. That is a great resource available at michiganapples.com. Feeling like fall outside today, so why not enjoy some of our cider and our donuts and our apple orchards right here in Greater West Bloomfield and in neighboring communities. More information, again, michiganapples.com. Plenty of more news and information from across our 4 communities and around Oakland County all throughout the week. Stay with us on your home for your stories from right here on your community media all throughout the week. This is The Splash Live, and we'll be back soon.